Okay, after some technical difficulties, we are starting. Yeah, so basically, I'm going to be making Sorc on release, and after looking at everything, there are a lot of viable builds. Um, I definitely want to go a hybrid build, like a 75 25%, like maybe like a 75% fire, 25% ice, or vice versa. I think I'm really digging the additional burning damage. I'm a big fan of that, so I think I'm leaning towards that. Um, Let me see here. Looking like Firebolt would be the one here. Lucky hit chance is good. Pierce through burning enemies. When hitting a burning enemy, Anna is good. Critical strikes with Firebolt increase burning damage you deal to the enemy by 20% for 4 seconds. That's probably gonna be good end game, I think. Okay, let's just start this here. Unfortunately, if you want vulnerable on the target, you're gonna have to use um, what do you call this? You're definitely going to have to use frost if you want vulnerable. So I don't know if I want to run frozen orb, not the ice shards. Maybe a frost nova. Makes enemies vulnerable for 4 seconds. Increases to 8 seconds. 8 seconds against bosses. That's pretty good. Um, so I'm looking probably leaning towards that. Is my guess for my source of vulnerability. Let me make sure my sound's good here. Okay, testing. Yeah, sound looks good. Yeah, sound is good. I think. Cool. Okay. Um. So let's see. Ice Blades cause vulnerability. I'm not. I don't think I'm going to run a Conjuring spec. I'm sure it's viable. Cold damage to vulnerable. Cold damage against vulnerable has 20% chance to generate 5 mana. That's pretty good. But I'm probably just going to run. Let me see here. Costs no mana. Blizzard, Ice Shards. Okay. 3% chance to stun enemies. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, there's so many builds. I think viable for a sorcerer. But let's try this my fire and ice hybrid here. Incinerate, channel a beam. A serpent spawns and incinerates enemies for 6 seconds. That's pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna run fireball. Whenever you kill an enemy, they explode for a fireball for 5% of its damage. It's pretty good. Radius. Critical strike damage increased by 10%. Each enemy it hits increases its bonus by 5 up to 25. Okay. That's pretty good. The rain damage you have applied to enemies as additional direct damage. That's good. Okay. So, close that. Flame shield. I don't think I'm gonna get. What does it do here? Engulf yourself with flames, burning enemies. Yeah, it doesn't heal you. It doesn't do anything. So I'm kind of. Let's see here. That's movement speed. Heals you for 50% missing life. That's not bad. Reduction cost. Yeah. So it could be a healing thing if you want. Um, I know teleport is just nice and OP here. Let me see. Mythical teleport for 4 seconds. That teleporting crackling energy hits 2 additional enemies. Yeah. After teleporting, you gain 30%. That's pretty good too. Let's see. Lucky hit. Oh, no. To reset the cooldown. Okay, that's pretty good. You'll deal 6% increased damage. The glass cannon for sure. You gotta take. I'm definitely leaning towards Frost Nova and Ice Armor. That's for sure. Let's see. I know Hydra will be a fan favorite, and I know talked about a Hydra build, and it was fun. I did play it. But I'm gonna try and build like a meteor build for bosses. Burning tick dot damage with Meteors pretty much just casting over and over again. So I'm actually going to ignore Hydra. Lucky hit chance, like this. I think this is what makes Sorc strong. Is that I think they have the highest lucky hit chance, or like base lucky hit chance to start with. So I'm gonna pretty much buff all. I'm pretty much gonna get lucky hit chance and keep that going. Each second you gain 5% damage reduction as it leads. For each second you haven't taken damage from 1 up to 50%. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good for survival. Every time you spend it, you can using a cooldown grants 10% of your maximum life as a barrier. That's pretty good. Cooldown, okay. Yeah, no ice blades for me. I'm good off that. You'll deal... No, that's okay. I'm not going to conjure stuff. Okay. I think Meteor is going to be the one for me. I'm definitely going to run Meteor as an enchantment effect, I think. Where pretty much random meteors can just fall on burning enemies. If Meteor hits 3 or more enemies, there's 30%. Oh, that's pretty good. Immobilizes enemies? That's not bad. Fall 30% faster. If this immobilize effect works on bosses and or elites, this might be the way to go. Falling faster is nice, but I think if you immobilize them, I think that's the way to go. Let's see here. Pyromancer skills deal 3% while you're healthy. Yep, that's good. You deal 10% increased critical strike damage against burning enemies. If they're also mobilized, this bonus. Yep, that's definitely very good. Can you get this? Oh, you can get this too. Your pyromancer skills have 5% chance to immobilize enemies for 2 seconds. This chance is doubled when you're healthy. That's not bad. That's good for kiting. Let me see here. Do I want... Let's see. Enemies take 25% while you are standing in a firewall. Burning for 3 seconds after. That's pretty good too. Mana regeneration per firewall. That's going to be good. We'll come back to that. I'm not sure about that yet. Let's see. Fire, burn increase. So let's see. This can apply burning, right? Yeah. So that's one source of burning. This is another source of burning, right? Herald as well as enemy. They explode. Yep. So that's one source of burning, and that's another source. So 3 sources of burning, maybe 4 if it's firewall. Does it say unique or per burning source? Oh, per unique. Okay. So max is 4. 3 or more, it's doubled. So what would that be? That's kind of lackluster. I think this is the way to go. Isu's ferocity. Critical strike damage is increased by 25% against enemies above 50 life. Your fire critical strike chance is increased plus 5% against enemies below 50% life. Okay, that's pretty good. Just give me 1 sec here. I'm going to... Let me see. I forgot to post on Twitter that I'm going live. That is my bad. Let me put this here. Let me see. Live on kick.com. Live on kick.com. Theorycraft. Oops, can't spell theory. Theorycrafting. Diablo IV release Sorc build. Come join. Get some emojis on there for the vibes. This link. Alright, where was I? Nope, that's not it. Okay. Oh, almost rugged myself. Okay. Alright. How much points? I still got some good points here. Okay. So I want some defensive skills too, plus my fire stuff. So let me max out my Meteor. Max out my fireball. That's good. I don't know if I want. Do I want to max this out? Nah, not really. That's critical strike and with fireballs increase the burning damage you deal to enemies by 20% for 4. That's not bad. Fireball generates 2 mana when hitting a burning enemy. Never mind. I'll take that. I'm going to need mana regeneration. So if everything's burning and my firebolt hits a mob, it's going to go through the burning enemies, and each enemy it hits will give me 2 mana. So that's not a bad mana regeneration source right there. Let's see. I definitely want ice armor as a defensive barrier because that's just good. Let's see. While ice armor is active, 10% of your damage. That's pretty good. Mana regeneration during ice armor is good. Enemies that hit you while ice armor is active, 15% be frozen. Damage against vulnerable contributes to. Okay. You may not even need that here. Become frozen for. That's not bad. Okay. Frost Nova, lucky hit, conjuration, skills. No. You know what? I might have to get this vulnerability because there's 6 slots, right? 6 slots for the game. So let me see. I'll count this later. Let me see. As far as ultimate, I'm definitely going to run Deep Freeze. 10% life as barrier is good. Deep Freeze ends your non-ultimate cooldowns are reduced by 50%. How much cooldowns am I really going to have though here? This is not a cooldown. This is cooldown. This is a cooldown. So that's, might make my defensive skills a little bit faster there. This is not a cooldown. So for 1 point, yeah, we can get it. Let's see. Chill. Let me see here. Summon a fiery serpent that constricts burning enemies for Inferno. Deep Freeze is so good though. It's hard to. I feel like invulnerability, you get a free oh shit frame. Your potions get to go on cooldown. Like, I don't know. I feel like Deep Freeze is hard to pass up, but let me see here. Ooh, pyromancy skills cost no mana. That is, never mind. Okay, well, there goes that. That's like infinite meteors just casting. So that might be the move. Killing a burning enemy, mana regeneration. That's solid. I got to see exactly how much points I need for this to see if it's worth it. After standing still, your pyro canceling costs no. Every 1 second, you heal for 0.3 maximum for each nearby burning enemy. Okay, that's pretty good. You deal increased burning damage to each. To do as well. What's up, Twisted Outlaw? You'll be playing Diablo IV 2 on release. I'm going to try and log in on that early access. Pretty much rearranging my life for it. Let's see. Endless Pyre. You deal increased burning damage to enemies for each second they remain burning up to. Yes, this is good. That's good. Oh, nice. What class are you maining? Every 1 second you heal for 0.3. Yeah, this is solid right there. Okay. I don't know if I want this. Standing still costs less mana. No, I don't think that's worth it. I feel like you're not going to be standing still a lot. You're so squishy that you won't be standing still, even if you immobilize everybody. Okay. Do you have like any 2 that you're trying to choose from, or like like a group? They all seem pretty good. I know that. I think Druid is actually coming back to be pretty good. Okay, I got 9 points left, so let me see where I can min-max some stuff here. Barriers, duration, barriers. Instantly freeze, that's so good. Sorc or Druid? Yeah, I think Druid. They made Druid a lot better, so it's going to be interesting. Oh, here, this is your defensive. Okay, this is how I'm going to live. You gain 15% damage reduction against elites for each second you haven't taken damage from one up to 50. So that's good right there. I think that's good. Every time you spend 100 mana, no. Using a cooldown, this is actually good. Using cooldown, grant you maximum life barrier for 5 seconds. Okay. Let's see here. And I got 3 more points to spend. I don't care about damage for Frozen Nova. I feel like you're not going to put more points into this. What does it do? Does it reduce cooldown? Let me see. I don't know what it does. Damage? I don't know. Yeah. So there you have it. I'm not going to put more points to that. The only reason I got Frost Nova was for the vulnerable. Oh, you're on mobile? Yeah, it's d4planner.io. Here, I'll link it real quick. Super great tool. Like, whoever made this deserves a lot of credit because I really enjoyed this, like the game, playing the beta, and there it left a void when I couldn't play. And D4 Planner, this is pretty much why I'm streaming, is because like this is how I'm kind of scratching the itch before the game comes out. Here, d4planner.io, put in chat. It's it has the Paragon board points too, if you're looking into that. Okay, let's see here. Ice armor is 5. Frozen, no. Vulnerable, no. Oh, actually. Oh, to ice armor. Oh, that might be not bad. That's not bad for the damage. Okay. 3 more points. Where are we putting them? Let's see. Cast above 50 mana. That might be good. Let's see here. Does that? What's this? I think that's it. Let's see. Let me see. Oh yeah, no worries. Okay, got a couple points here left over. Just trying to see where to spend this stuff. Duration, freeze, no. Okay. I want to say if you put points into these, it reduces the cooldown. It may not be super accurate, but let me see. Lucky hit. Critical strikes have a 5% chance to reset the cooldown of one of your defensive skills. Can only happen once every 10 seconds. That's pretty good. After casting a non-basic skill, you gain 2% resistance to all elements and 1% additional resistance to that skill's element for 3 seconds. That's not bad. Let me put that up there. Hold on. Your core skills deal 4% damage when... oh, that's pretty good, actually. I'll run that. Oh, oh, nice, Twisted. Appreciate the follow. I'll make sure to follow back. Yeah, I left Twitch also. They're just taking too much money, you know? And it's cool you can play your music in the background without having, like, you know, issues. So I think that's a plus. Yeah, I'll shoot you one for sure. Let me see. What did I want to take away these points here? Yeah, forget that. Let me get more points in this here. Okay. Alright. Looking for a place to add one more point. Maybe this. There you go. Okay, so this is something I would probably build here. Let me save this into my spreadsheet here. Fire Sorc build. So the way this build works, if you need help with anything, setting up or notifications down there, just reach out. Okay, hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Twisted. Here, let me add you right now. Actually, can I add you right now? There you go. There you go. Nice. Got you right now. So yeah, this build is kind of like, so lucky strike chance. You're dealing a lot of tick damage, so like damage over time, dots pretty much with the fire and burning mechanic. And since every instant of damage has a chance to cause a lucky hit, and the sorcerer has a natural passive bonus to lucky hit. You're going to have a lot of chances to proc lucky hit with this burning build, in my opinion, without having to actively cast, because enemies are burning. You can just run around and kind of let them burn. So you're going to have mana regeneration with this build. You're going to have life regeneration or life healing with this build. And you're going to have damage with this build too, of course, which is what we want. So let's start from the top. You got Firebolt, pretty standard issue. It will apply burning damage. Firebolt pierces through burning enemies. That's definitely good. And then you get 2 mana for hitting a burning enemy. So everyone should be burning. So this should be a mana regenerator for your character. Firebolt will be the core skill. We'll probably just be blasting this. Pretty solid. Just level that up. Let's see here. Fireball radius is increased based on distance traveled up to 50. So you cast this far, big explosions. Good right there. Fireball deals 10% of the burning damage you've applied to enemies as additional direct damage. So as you set up all these skills, dealing burning damage onto the enemies, hitting them with Fireball will deal the Fireball damage plus 10% of the other damage. So, which is nice. And then, so it's basically like igniting, in a sense, the dot damage that you have every time the enemies get hit by Fireball. We go down to defensive. Glass Cannon. I feel like all builds are going to have Glass Cannon. 18% more damage. I mean, you deal 18% more damage and take 9% more damage. That's going to be every build I think is going to take that. I got this elemental attunement. It was an extra point. Lucky hit. Critical strikes have a 5% chance to reset the cooldown of one of your defensive skills. This can only happen once every 10 seconds. So I'm going to have 2 defensive skills pretty much. Frost Nova and Ice Armor. So you have pretty much these 2 to reset. So every tick damage, I can use this as oh shit, and hopefully, I can have one of these reset. I have extra point Ice Armor. Oh, there you go. 58. Okay. Let's see. Ice Armor might be a staple also. So you absorb % base life as damage. You get a barrier, a shield in a sense. And when you deal damage, 10% of the damage gets added as a barrier. So get this, right? You're going to have your barrier up while people are burning. So you don't even have to attack as long as enemies are burning around you to add HP to your barrier. So I think Ice Armor is going to be a staple because you're going to be dealing damage, and it's going to increase Ice Armor's barrier as your defensive skill. I think this might be a staple for a lot of builds, but in this build for sure I'm using it. Mana regeneration while Ice Armor is active is increased by 25%. Yeah, you're going to be spending a lot of mana. Mana regeneration is going to be solid across the board. Damage against vulnerable enemies contribute 100% more to Armor's barrier. My only for the Sorc, there's not that much vulnerable debuff skills, but I did get the vulnerable debuff from Frost Nova. So Frost Nova here freezes everybody around you, and it basically, what do you call this? It'll freeze everyone around for 2 seconds. Has 2 charges. Is that new? Okay, well anyway, it has 2 charges, and it's 15-second cooldown. Killing enemies frozen by Frost Nova reduces cooldown by 2 seconds up to 6 seconds per cast. That's kind of like, okay, it's nice if you reduce it, but during boss fights, this probably won't be proccing. But this mystical Frost Nova is kind of the whole reason to get this skill. Frost Nova makes enemies vulnerable for 4 seconds, increased to 8 seconds against bosses. So if we're doing the math right, you have 2 charges of Frost Nova, and the cooldown is 15 seconds, which means if you're Frost Novaing a boss and it's making them vulnerable for 8 seconds, you should have the boss vulnerable 100% of the time, because as long as you're using Frost Nova, if you use Frost Nova right and spread out, have the timing right, the boss should be vulnerable every time. So this is kind of like a guaranteed vulnerability, especially against bosses. Okay, and it freezes everybody around you, which is an insane CC to have in general. Okay, moving on to Conjuration. Not much here. The summon spells are cool, but I'm not really gonna use them. Hydra's gonna be used a lot, like I said before, but I'm not using it. Lucky hit chance increased by 15%. Like I said, more dots, more burning damage, more lucky hit chance. I'm just getting this. Plus, there's going to be items that kind of help. They kind of have interesting procs with lucky hit. So just so you know, I have a feeling like you're going to want lucky hit as a sorceress, since they have the high. I think they have the highest base lucky hit chance stat. Align the elements, max this out. You gain 15% damage reduction against elites for each second you haven't taken damage from one up to 50%. So 3 seconds of moving around, not taking any damage, having your barrier up, not taking any damage, you're taking 50% damage reduction, especially against bosses. That's going to be pretty good. Protection, using a cooldown grants you 30% of your maximum life as a barrier for 5 seconds. So this is a great defensive skill to have, or defensive stat to have. You're going to have ice armor proccing. So that's going to give you a barrier on top of a barrier, which is going to give you 30% maximum life. So that's already 40% maximum life, I think. 30% maximum life plus damage off the bat. Your lucky hit chance has a chance to reset the cooldowns of this ice barrier. So you're basically going to have a barrier up all the time. You ideally should have a barrier up all the time. And if you're not taking any damage, that's great, because your align the elements it's going to start to stack. And so if you do take that one big hit damage, you can reduce that by 50%. Just more defensive stuff for survivability. Okay, into the mastery. I think the build gets really fun with Meteor. This is like, I just want to see a bunch of meteors fall from the sky. That's like my goal. I'm going to place this in my enchantment effect. So the skill itself, Meteor, you're kind of like, okay, you cast it, there's a long delay, it falls, deals some damage, and it's kind of like, okay, whatever. If a meteor hits 3 or more enemies, there's a 30% chance that additional meteor will fall in the same location. Twisted, to be honest, I want to hit it as a group. I'm down if you want to join me, but a lot of my friends, like, they're not going to be starting early access. So my plan for launch is going to be Sorc as my main, and I'll play it when no one's around, or play it with my group. And then if my other friends want to restart, I might just play a barbarian or something and play with them as a barbarian, because everyone's they're not like super tryhards or super sweats. They like the game, but I don't know if they'll be playing as much as I am. But if I can meet other people who are playing like me or streaming like me, I'm down to group. So if you want to drop me or DM me your battle tag, we can party up. Let's see. How about yourself? Do you plan on grouping or soloing? I know. I literally stopped playing other games, and I'm just like focusing on Diablo 4. And I'm not even playing it because it's not out yet. Like I used to play Apex Legends, I used to play other games. I'm like, no, I'm cool. Like I don't want to burn out anything. I'm just like focusing on Diablo right now. So meteor hitting, like, basically you're fighting mobs and meteors falling, and it hits 3 or more. Another meteor, 30% chance for another meteor to fall, and that applies to the next meteor also that falls. So this is you have the potential now to have infinite meteors just falling. Meteors impact immobilizes enemies for 2 seconds. So this is where it's kind of good, I think, because if you mobilize bosses with this, it's going to be really good. But even if you don't, and it's just mobs and elites, that's going to be great too, because it's going to set up your meteor to hit 3 or more over and over and over again. And meteor in my enchantment effect, lucky hit. So I'm playing Path of Exile Diablo 2. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Path of Exile. I like the Diablo 2 for sure. I played a lot of that. Path of Exile, not really. It was too like deep, I guess, for me. Maybe I'm not hardcore enough for it. But I'm not playing any RPGs, because I don't want to get like burnt out from them, because I feel like they're not going to scratch the itch for me personally. Back to the build. So lucky hit, 3% chance for meteor to fall on enemies. As a Sorc, increased lucky hit chance. You're burning enemies all around you with a lucky hit chance to potentially proc. Now you have meteor to fall as a lucky hit chance, an extra one to fall whenever you have a lucky hit. And those meteors are going to have a 30% chance to cast another meteor if it hits 3 or more. And they'll be mobilizing those enemies. So literally mobs of enemies can just have tons of meteors just thrown on them, or the chance to be thrown on them. Okay. Your pyromancy skills deal 9% damage while you're healthy. This is basically free. This should be free damage. You have a barrier up pretty much every time. You have basically, where is it? Protection. Using a cooldown gives you 30% life as a barrier. That's gonna give you. That's gonna give you. That's gonna give you a barrier. You have frost armor giving, or ice armor giving you a barrier, and there's items that can give you barriers. So you should have. You should be healthy most of the time when you're fighting. So free 9% damage right there. Let's see. Devouring Blaze. You deal a 30% increased critical damage, strike damage against burning enemies. If they're also immobilized, this bonus is increased with 75% chance. Amazing. Like, this is going to be good. Everyone's going to be burning. And Meteor can potentially immobilize those enemies, along with Frost Nova. Frost Nova can freeze enemies. 75% increased damage. And your Fireball can basically explode, hit multiple enemies for 75% more damage, and then ignite and deal 10% of the burning damage being applied to them. So this right here, I think is going to be a very good skill to have also. Crippling Flames, another lucky hit proc. Your pyromancy skills have 50% chance to immobilize enemies for 2 seconds. This chance is doubled while you are healthy. So you're healthy. So 15 becomes 30% chance to immobilize enemies for 2 seconds. This is any pyromancy skills. So my guess, I hope it would apply to anyone burning. So enemies are burning all around you. They have a bunch of lucky hit chances. You have chances to immobilize them, chances to cast Meteor on them, and more as we go on. Okay. Let's see here. So your ultimate's going to be Inferno. I was going to go Deep Freeze because that's like a oh shit button. It's like I feel like it's a great ultimate. You're invulnerable and you're damaging people around you and freezing them. Like, it's pretty fucking good. But anyway, I just went for pure damage. So Inferno. I think Frost Mages will probably be the best for PvP, and then maybe PvE will be the other specs. But that's a random theory I have. But anyway. So this cooldown is 45 seconds, okay? Inferno is 45 seconds. Another chance, if you use this skill, using this skill will give you a 30% barrier from protection, since it's a cooldown skill. So you're going to have already, using this will give you 30% life, basically, barrier. Inferno pulls enemies to the center. This is great. This is going to set up your Meteor. So everyone should be burning. Everyone's going to be in the center of this skill. And you will have tons and tons of potential procs for meteors to fall on enemies, along with other procs too. For even just for lucky hit to proc. While Inferno is active, your pyromancy skills cost no mana. This is why I went with this ultimate. That is tons of meteors in the center of that Inferno. That is a bunch of fireballs heading towards a bunch of grouped up enemies. So you should literally melt anybody inside this Inferno. But yeah, so that's that. Okay, these other skills right here. Fiery Surge. Killing a burning enemy increases your mana regeneration by 30%. I got this because I was like, well, there's not much mana regeneration from this. The only mana regeneration you get from this build is your Firebolt, hitting burning enemies for 2 mana. And then this skill right here, your mana regeneration. So that's just mainly so you're not really out of mana. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I get mana regeneration from enhanced ice armor too. So there's a couple of, resource regeneration skills here too. So it's damage, resource regeneration, defensive and survivability, and lucky hit. Foundation of this build. Let's see. You deal increased burning damage to enemies for each second they remain burning, up to 15% after 5 seconds. Let's see here. So pretty much more burning damage. It's just buffing that stat, buffing that that mechanic. For each second they remain burning, up to 15% after 5 seconds. Okay. trying to think if I even need this talent, but we'll see. Here, warmth. This is another defensive talent. This is what's going to heal me. Every 1 second, you heal for 0.9% of your maximum life for each nearby burning enemy. Healing increases up to 1.8 from bosses. So 1.8% per 1 second, that's not too bad. A boss should be burning. You should always have burning on all your enemies. So even bosses. So that should be okay. This talent right here, the 15% damage after 5 seconds, I think this is going to be for bosses. This is basically a free 15% extra damage for bosses. Because you should be applying burning effect to bosses, and the fights are, of course, going to last longer than 5 seconds. So, if an enemy is burning for more than 5 seconds, which bosses should burn for more than 5 seconds, you will get this 15% damage buff. So I feel like, this is a solid skill to have. And last but not least, I think you can only get one of these. Let me see. Is it only one of these? Yeah, you can only get one of those. Okay. I was thinking about comparing these two. I'll give you my rationale for not taking combustion. It says your burning effects deal 2% increased damage per unique source of burning you have applied to the enemy. If the enemy is burning from 3 or more, this bonus is doubled. So, this is a source of burning. 1, your Inferno. Meteor is a source of burning. 2. Is that it? Does this burn? This just explodes. See, this doesn't apply any burning. Nope. 3. So Firebolt's another source of burning. So that's only 3 sources of burning, and then so it would be doubled. So so it's gonna be 4 times 3, 12% chance for burning for this type of skill. I don't think so. I don't think this is the way to go. I feel like that's kind of a lackluster talent, to be honest, for being at the end. So I think Issa's Ferocity is going to be your go-to. Your fire critical strike damage is increased by 25% against enemies above 50 life. Okay. Strike damage, bosses, that's great. And fire critical strike chance increased by 5% for enemies below 50% life. Again, great also. Killing an enemy with a critical strike grants both bonuses against all enemies for 3 seconds. Having both, that's basically free stat boost. 5% damage. 5% increased crit chance or 25% increased crit damage. I think that's not bad. Let me see if Avalanche works. After freeze expires, enemies explode for 25% damage. You double them by frozen. Not really. Lucky hit. Your frost skills have a 10% chance to make your cost no man. That's okay. No, that's okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's pretty much the fire damage build here. Let me copy this real quick. Put this in here. Okay. Oops. Put that. Okay. I'll be right back. I'll use the restroom real quick. Earphones in. All right, I guess we can kind of theorycraft the weapons and stuff, but weapons are going to be aspects are going to be pretty much gear, based on what you find and whatnot. But we can fantasize according to what gear we want. Let me see here. Let's actually see what kind of boards we have going on here. Let's see. Let's pick what's searing heat. Let's see. Casting Fireball or Meteor increases the critical strike chance to further cast that skill by 5% up to 5 seconds up to 15%. Additional stacks do not refresh this timer. Okay, that's fine. That's a good skill. That's solid. Go pretty much here. Okay, that's not bad. So that's gonna be good right there. Critical strikes. That's solid. Okay, let's cross that out. So that was Searing Heart. Let's check out Burning Instinct. Let's see here. This has your burning damage is increased by 40% of your critical strike damage. Further increased by 5% for. Oh shit. Okay, this is the go-to right here. This is gonna be what I need. Can I close this out? Okay, let me close this out here. I kind of just rushed through this here. I guess we can go Paragon since Paragon will most likely be the same. So, um, willpower. Let's see what's this right here. That's okay. Let's go that way here. 15% damage. Let's see. Life. This is a socket. Do I want this? Intelligence, resistance. Resistance, life, intelligence. Let's go that. Strength. I did not want strength. I guess I have to. Oh, let's go here. Oh no, I just go here. Here. I mean, I want the glyph here. Okay, there you go. And I definitely would want this Burning Instinct. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Intelligence. Dexterity, willpower. This. 1% damage reduction from enemies that are burning. Oh, that's really good. I like that. Let's go here. Yeah, this is gonna be where it's at right here. Just burning damage. Okay. 5% damage. Oh, that's good. Another 5% damage from. Oh, that's good. Okay. Do I want anything else here? Let's see. Damage to burning enemies. Reduction from elites. Lucky hit. Ooh, up to 5% chance to execute. Not only that. Oh, that's pretty good. Damn, I like that. Ooh, that's good too. Oof. Okay. Let me see. Let's go this and then this maybe. There you go. Damage reduction from enemies that are burning. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Paragon points 45. Okay. Anyway, this is a whole nother thing to get lost in, but this is probably the burning build I would definitely try towards endgame. It might be hard to level up this with this build, but I think I would definitely run this. Let's see here. Damage while your barrier is active. That's pretty good. That's just flat damage. Let me see what I've got in here. Increase your attack speed. No. You'll deal with no. This might be good with combination of with this right here. So skills costing no mana with this. That's you should be doing a lot of damage with that. But you know, let's see. Here's our chance is increased by 15%. Oh, that's pretty good. Unstoppable. Nope. That's pretty cool. Okay. Lucky hit chance has increased by. Ooh, that's good. That's the one. Lucky hit chance increased by 5 to 10%. That's good. Collecting crackling energy. Oh, that's not bad for that build. Coming in contact with your firewall grants movement speed. Okay. Okay, so definitely this one. Lucky hit chance increased by plus 10% while barrier is active. That's pretty good. Let's see, basic skills. Grant 25% damage reduction. That's not bad. Damaging an elite grants you a barrier. That's pretty good. Attack speed. Attacking enemies with basic increase the damage of your next core skill by 5. That's not bad. I don't want thorns. Huh. Oh, Meteor deals 35 to 50% increased critical strike damage. I think that's gonna be. I need that for sure. Ooh, that's pretty good too. Frozen orb. Okay, that's good too. Ooh. Well, enemies are affected. Well, enemies are affected by more damage over time than their total life. You deal 30 to 40% increased burning damage to them. Oh, that's a must. Meteorites fall around meteor dealing 75. Your meteorites additionally burn. Wow, that's really good too. Sheesh. There's a lot of good stuff. Not cast blizzard, ice armor, ice shards. Yeah. One silver occurrence is attempt to cast an additional. Wow, that's good too. Fuck. Okay. Your shock skills a 5% chance to trigger a free cast from it. Wow, that's really good. Core master skills cast above 100 mana get strike chance. Okay. That's not bad. Immobilize stunned or frozen enemies. Fireball now bounces as it travels, exploding each time it hits the ground, but explosion damage increased to. I don't know if that's good or not. Damn, those are unique gloves. Control enemy there's a 20. Cross lucky hit. Freeze enemies for 2 seconds. That's pretty good. That is a good gloves to have with this build. Shit. Okay. I think it was the meteor one that I wanted. Where is it here? Meteorites fall around meteor. This one. Oh, that one's stupid. And deal 20 to 50% chance increased damage to unstoppable enemies. Yeah, you want that. That's bosses, pretty much. This is so good. Harlequin Crest. 2 ranks to all skills. That's so fucking good. Gain 10 to 20% of your increase for each 20% life or you heal. Oh, that's pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let me see what else we got there. 1 to 4 of your primary resource when you crowd control an enemy. Is that better than this one? Let me see. Is that better than this? 10 to 20% when you heal for 20% life, or when you crowd control an enemy. No, I'm not gonna heal, so I think crowd control an enemy is the one. Is the one to go. Yeah, because I have a chance to immobilize the people, or the my enemies. 8% chance for dodge chance. Whereas enemies with DOTs, when you dodge, you gain 5%. Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, never mind. This is what I'm getting. Burn damage has up to a 10% chance to restore 10 mana. Yeah, that's pretty good. Using a cooldown restores 15-25% mana. It's not bad. If you're not taking damage in the last... Oh! A flat? What's this one? Burning damage has... that's not bad either, but I think... If you're not taking damage in the last 3 seconds, 10 increased mana regen, that's a flat, easy flat. Damage link gives you a barrier. Immortal bubble. When you deal in damage, this is not bad either. Increase armor. Heal for a second for each. Nope. While within your blizzard, you take less damage. That's pretty cool. Frost Nova gains an additional charge, but the cooldown per charge is increased by 30 to 40%. That's not bad. That's not terrible. Casting ice armor grants you unstoppable. Oh, that's solid. That's solid. Ooh, that's really good. Damn, that's really good. Taking direct damage has 5% chance to reset the cooldown of one of your defensive skills. Okay. You did from crowd control. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. I got the center one. I'm trying to think, where would I go? Is this good right here? Or do I just cut across right here? Execute not injured non-elites. Oh, yeah. Burning enemies, elites, that's good. Elites, that's pretty good, right? Those are good talents right there. 8.3 damage reduction from elites, 75% bonus armor. That's not bad. Should we just cut across? Let's see. Let's do this. Let's go here. What was it? Which one is this one? This is Burning Instinct. Burning Instinct, so Searing Heat. There you go. Okay. Is it right here? There you go. We can go down here. Let's see. Casting Fireball or Meteor. Increase the critical strike chance of further casts of the skill. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Let's see. Strength, willpower, intelligence, willpower, intelligence. Willpower, intelligence, and this. Okay. What's this here? Fire damage? Oh, that's good. Ooh, fire damage and fire damage over time. Good. Fire damage, critical strike damage. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty good too. Let me see. Fire resistance. Okay. Yeah, so these are good right here. Searing Heart and Burning Instinct. That's pretty good. That's like it's gonna be burning hard for sure. Okay, let me just get points here to get to the bottom here. Let's see. Elemental Summoner. What's Elemental Summoner do? Ooh, that's really good. Damage to elites. Damage over time reduction? I don't know if I want that. I mean, that's not bad, I guess. I feel like I would just get stuff from these two boards. What's this one? Ooh, nope, okay, let's see. I'll definitely get that. Let me see here. Fire damage and fire resistance. Potion healing. That's not terrible, I guess. Healing over time? I don't have that. $220 more points? So I don't know what I would get. Okay, anyway. Is there anything good on the rings here? Ooh. Meteor steal 35 to 55%. Oh, that's a must. And that's pretty good too. Well, Ice Armor is active. You leave behind exploding skills. No. Not using ice shards. Unstable currents. Ball lightning. Lightning spear. Chain lightning. Unusable currents. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's really good. Damn, Starless Skies. Okay, well, where's the fireball one? That one was good. Ice shards, ice armor, blizzard. Oh, meteorites? I got that one. Meteor. Okay, that's pretty cool. Any good necklaces? Unique necklaces? Firewall, cackling energy, unstoppable, critical strikes. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Frost Nova, extra additional charge. Not bad. Gain armor for damage. You can get a lot from that. Chain lightning. Burning damage for mana. That might have to be the one. Do a 30. Ooh, that's pretty good. Avalanche, abundant energy, shatter. Oh, meteor. That's pretty good. Critical strike damage is pretty fucking good. Glacial aspect, aspect of the frozen wake, piercing cold, biting cold, frozen tundra. Mastery skills, 100 mana. Where are my mastery skills? Is these? Ooh. More chance to strike. That's pretty good. All right. I guess I'll do something like that. So for sure, these two boards, probably burning instinct, and let's see, fireball. And searing heat. All right, let me save this here. Save that to that from my Fire Sorc build. Pretty dope. Enchantment for sure is Meteor. I'm not sure what my second enchantment would be though. Let's see. Maybe this one, kill an enemy explode for 50% of fireball damage. That's not bad. That's not, I don't want that. Conjuration, no. Yeah, Meteor's going on there for sure. Burning might not be bad either. I mean, Firewall might not be bad to have on there. Huh, it's pretty cool. Okay, not bad. Yeah, I could probably run. Hmm, I mean, based on this skill for enchantments, Meteor and Fireball. That's my guess. All right. Well, that concludes the Fire Sorc build. I'll probably do like an Ice or Lightning Sorc after. All right, stream. And Jaka out. Catch y'all later.